Well, well, well. This has been a long time coming. I've attempted to get audio to record on my computer for a very long time, and I finally figured it out. So, the very first video that we are going to be doing on Java is going to be a world tour of the world I have been working on ever since I got Java. So the world basically starts here, but this is spawn. Spawn is like here or somewhere over here somewhere. But I think it's here, but I'm not sure. So basically, I'm just going to give a tour of this world, and hopefully, hopefully, the audio is picking up quite nicely, although I should be fine. I might want to talk a little bit more, a little bit louder, but I also kind of have to try and be quiet. So, you have seen some of this world before with different videos like the dinosaur skeletons or the dinosaur statues. But now you're actually going to get to see this full world in all of its glory. So, we start off right here. There are a few of these guys just scattered about, as well as a buttload of chickens. There's chickens literally everywhere. So first we'll start off with the observation deck. You got a little bit of a campfire area right here. The camp I used to volunteer at had an observation deck, and it was one of my favorite areas, so I decided to rebuild it, kind of. Of course, you got the Brachiosaurus skeleton, which is quite nice. You have the Mosasaurus skeleton, which is clearly the biggest and most impressive. You have the Plesiosaur, which is actually an Elasmosaur, but because I wanted a Plesiosaur, I just named it Plesiosaur. But an Elasmosaurus skeleton. Of course, we got the Indominus Rex right there, which there's a little bit more to it, so we'll head over there for a moment. There's a couple bridges, and you're not going to be seeing everything. There's a lot of just like random nether portals that lead like nowhere important. So we're not going to go through all of those. But of course, you have the Indominus Rex. There was a huge pool of water here, which I just kind of put glass over. I do want to make a Mosasaurus jumping out of this at some point, but I would have to find a good Mosasaur to build. And then you got the dinosaur statues over here, which I did not finish the Giga yet. I still need to finish that, but I should have made the Spinosaurus a little bit bigger. I've realized that now, but we got the T-Rex, you get Spinosaurus, and you got the Giga. This chest right here is what all of the materials for the Giga were put in. You have this little bit of a waterfall kind of thing here. There is parkour to it, which I'm very, very bad at. Let's see if I can... No! No! Yes! I've done it. But it's not these vines, it's these ones that I want. Yeah, there we go. You can get up to the top, there's not much up here. But you can get onto the Spinosaurus if you'd like. These cobwebs make me so angry. There is a little hidden place in here then, in case you need to sleep or something. And then we'll do the nether last, but you got the dog, or the wolf den, which shows you all of these wolves. I also have a bed in here, because why not? I have lost a few animals, so I did want to make a graveyard, but I couldn't choose on where to put it. Enchantment room, brewing room. This one, I have an enchantment room at another place in this world, which I'm gonna keep one there and keep one here. Foxes, foxes, then animals, and yes, I have the variants as well because apparently I need the variants in order to be happy. And then up here, there's nothing at the top of this hill. But what I originally was going to put up here was the graveyard, but I think I'm going to put something else up here now, but I don't know what. Also, I had recently flattened that whole area over there for more of my future projects, whatever they might be. Yes, I have to keep inventory. Sue me. If you don't like it, sue me. I don't care. This isn't really a survival world. This is just... Well, everything in this has been done in survival, but this is more of just like a world that I use for fun. So, yeah. Of course, got the camel, got Xavier, Hurricane, and Oscar. Got the carts, this one with Killer in it. This is my storehouse. This is where I keep all my important stuff, except for the cobblestone. This is like 90% dirt. There's only like 1 or 2 chests that have cobblestone in it. Mostly because I don't ever use this other than dirt. And of course, we got the house. Random other stone. Dirt, nether, nature, cobblestone, wood, and then endstone. You got my pets. You got my frog. Down here, you have a super smelter for ores. A super smelter for food, mostly fish. Miss Cherry and Sir Charles, which can warp through time and space, which is why they're able to show up in every single world I make. Fish Farm, which doesn't work anymore. Philly Cheesesteak the Third. The first 2 were delicious. Netherwort. Brewing. Brewing. The potion book, which shows every potion in the game, including the new ones like Weaving, Oozing, and Infestation. 2 axolotls, which have been swimming in circles, and a salmon, a cod, and a pufferfish. There's a good bit over here, like what's in my ender chest, that's real good. There's not really much else of anything except for what's under the bed, which is a bunch of this stuff. And then, of course, armor. And my riches. Upstairs, there's really nothing except for some parrots. So let's go ahead and... Yeah. And more cats, of course, because variant. There's nothing up here. Every single one of these is empty. Completely useless. And then... Yeah, of course, there's the fishing dock over here. Which, if you're watching any of my other series, you'll see stuff that kind of looks the same. So a lot of inspiration from other builds I've taken from this world. This is a cobblestone generator and lava generator. So I have infinite fuel for my furnaces. Of course, this, you just kind of sit here and mine this. And then it all gets collected down here, which every single one of these is a double chest that's just full to the brim with cobblestone. Then, of course, my other things, my Archelon, Ammonite, Raptor, Dimetrodon, Pteranodons, my Stygimoloch, Triceratops, Parasaurolophus, Styracosaurus, Quetzalcoatlus, Stegosaurus, Therizinosaurus, which I think is still my favorite. My Ankylosaurus. Of course, you already saw the Brachiosaurus, Plesiosaur, Mosasaur. You got the T-Rex, the Spinosaurus, the Giganotosaurus. Then you have an Allosaurus and a Carnotaurus. And I think my favorite build in this entire world is this right here, the Jurassic Park gate. Which, it's definitely my favorite. And then a farm which I never use, a sugarcane farm which I never use, Christmas tree for Christmas, fireworks for New Year's, a turkey leg for Thanksgiving, a heart for Valentine's, and a pumpkin for Halloween. But I'm going to show you a small secret about this one in particular. There's something here. It may or may not have a name on it. That's all I'm going to say. Of course, you got the villager breeder here. You got a big tiny here protecting these guys. This is the dog army area. You got 9, 18, 36 variants. There's only one has a name in each group. This is Gamma. This, I believe, will be Delta or Beta. Yeah, Beta. Then this will be Delta. And then we'll have Alpha over here. So Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta. Every variant of armor, we have the fire protection, projectile protection, and blast protection sets. I'm going to be getting armor trims. There's a few I don't have yet, and making another Hall of Armor. Here's the other enchantment room, which has everything currently. Then over here, I have weapons, and then, of course, like the turtle helmet and stuff. Armor trims. This. There's another book, but this is like for armor trims, kind of. I don't know why I made this, but tells you each trim, basically, and how to duplicate it. Because I'm an idiot and I needed to make sure that I myself could do it. And then this is just going to lead you to a mob spawner. It's a skeleton spawner under the ground. This building here is a villager trading hall. It has a whole bunch of trades in it. Of course, you have the librarians, which are the most important. And then, of course, you get unbreaking and mending here. Upstairs, there's a few iron golems hanging out. And then downstairs, you get a whole nother level, although there's barely anything in these. There's like nothing down here. But as more enchantments eventually come out, I'm sure I'll add a few more. Let's go into the mob spawner house just so we can sleep and get it to be daytime. And there's one last thing to show you over here before we head to the Nether. I have a Sniffer Island, which I like making islands from, that way they don't escape. But I have Scratch, Sniff, and Snooze. I have 2 armadillos named Rock and Roll. And I believe, and there's 3 turtles over on that side called Crash, Crush, and Cruise. No. There's one of the armadillos. Let me sneak over here quickly. Yeah. There you can see the turtles. Alright, let's head to the Nether. You got lucky. Dang it. I love picking up eggs and then hitting other chickens with it. I just find it like a fun little mini game. You collect an egg and you aim it at a chicken. Even if you never hit them, it's just something fun you can do. The nether is so far away. I need to just like make 2 nether hubs. One over here and then one over there. Of course you got the silo again. Now the nether took me about a month to build my nether hub. It took me about a month because it was somewhat difficult. Here we are. Got the portal and then my version of the nether fortress. These guys hate me, always. You got my netherite mine, which I'm not going down there. You can go inside the wall. Down here is a bunch of nether paths, which will take you all throughout the world. Up here, this will actually take you to the nether fortress through this tunnel here. Then you can actually get up on the wall, which is kind of cool because you can kind of see somewhat all over. Then there's that, which there's a few of them, and those are the paths or the tunnels that are down here. This goes to a jungle temple or a trail ruin. This one I haven't done yet because it doesn't go anywhere. This will take you to a pillager outpost, a trial chamber, and I want to say another trail ruin. And this will take you to a ocean monument, mushroom island, and the stronghold. It'll also take you to a village, which I regularly do raids at, but I haven't been there in a while. But yeah, the raid village. The mushroom island is right beside the ocean monument, so that's why it doesn't say mushroom island, but it's that way. And then, of course, the stronghold, which is the last thing I'm going to show, because other than that, I really haven't done much. I haven't fought the Wither, although I want to. I have fought the Ender Dragon like 4 or 5 times. I only think I've done it, I think 3 times. I don't know. I've done it a few times. I think 3. I think 3. And there's soul sand under this, so whenever I have my really good boots, I can run faster, but I'm not currently wearing them. Why, I don't know. But I'm not. You get here. I did modify it a little bit, added a bed, and made this a little bit cooler, I guess. But there's really not much with this. I made a small room and whatnot. There's 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, I think I only did it 3 times. Yeah, I think only 3. And then, of course, the return portal, which will take me back to the Nether, where I can then go home. So yeah, there's the world tour of my Java world, which is known as Carl's Creation. It's going to go out just before I get to the water. Yep, but this is Carl's Creation, my Java world. So, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video, which will be another Java video, because I got audio working. And it's going to be something extra special.